Hey guys. Hi. Let me go ahead and post this, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about some TXT and some fun things today because ticketing information for TXT is now available. But right now, real quick, I'm just gonna go ahead and post this so people know that I'm actually live right now, because I don't know if anybody does. Okay. I'm really excited about everything that's going on here. So yeah, I'm posting this right now, and let's go ahead, and my food is going to be coming very shortly, though. I will say that. It was supposed to be here a while ago, but it's taking a while. Okay. But anyway, I have myself an album here. This is the version 2. I don't know how well you can see it in this light because of the computer and everything, but this is version 2 of the Persona album, Map of the Soul Persona. And yeah, but first, let's talk a little bit about the TXT stuff. So, in case you did not know, TXT is going to be going on a 6-city showcase tour. Yeah, 6 cities. They just announced this it was on Monday, I think, that they announced it. And they released the information yesterday, on Thursday. And tickets will be going on sale next Friday, April 19th at 4 p.m. venue local time. So that means if you're going to the New York, Orlando, or Atlanta show, that's going to be at 4 p.m. Central. 4 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, and then 7 p.m. Pacific. If you're going to Dallas or Chicago, that is 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Pacific. Oh, I'm messing up my numbers. But yeah, it's 4 p.m. at the venue time. Okay? And then there's also the LA. So let's just go over real quick. Let's look at these guys. Hi, how are you? You can't go to TXT or BTS? That's sad. I'm sorry. But so let's go ahead and let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and switch over the screen real quick so you can see the browser. And yeah, so here's the information about the TXT tickets. So there's 2 price tiers, and that's it. There is $50 tickets and there are $75 tickets. The $75 tickets get you high touch, which means you get to high touch TXT. So there's the 6 shows. So there's the New York show on May 9th, the Chicago show on May 12th, Orlando on May 14th, Atlanta on the 17th, Dallas on the 19th, and LA on the 24th. So they will be here from the 9th through the 24th. Yes, these times do coincide with BTS's shows, which kind of sucks. But there's not too much that we can do about it. They will be performing in Chicago actually on the same exact day, both in Chicago. On Sunday, May 12th, BTS is performing at Soldier Field on the 12th, and TXT is going to be at the Vic Theater on the 12th at the same time, pretty much. So that's going to be fun. Also, technically, the Dallas show, Sunday, May 19th, is the same day as one of the BTS shows. The Newark show, Sunday, May 9th, that's the Sunday show for Newark. Well, New York. Yeah, Newark. It's Jersey. It's the Jersey show. So yeah, there are definitely 2 conflicting dates. I know I personally cannot also go to the Dallas show as well because, well, I'm going to be going to see Stray Kids that day. I am shooting for either the Orlando or Atlanta show, likely the Atlanta show. So yeah, but the tickets are either 75 or 50. And real quick, I'll show you guys the seating charts. For the most part, these are GA shows, but there are reserved seats that are available. So this is PlayStation Theater, which is the New York show. So as you can see, it's most, like the yellow bit is what is the P1, so that's the high touch. And then the solid red that's there is the P2 standing, and then the gridded red is the seated P2. Let's move on to the next one. Chicago is, I think all of the shows are combination of standing and seating or all standing. There's no all seated venues. So the Vic Theater, you can see the standing section, and then the other standing section, and then the seated. And then Orlando, I believe Orlando is, I think so Orlando is all standing over here. So this is all standing. There is the balcony, but that is also all standing as well. And then Atlanta, which is likely the show that I'm going to try to go for. For Atlanta, the only GA is for P1. The rest is seated. So most of Atlanta is going to be seated, but there will be standing as well. Dallas is all standing as well. You have a standing balcony in Dallas, and then you have your GA, and then there is LA, which I believe is all standing. No, it is partially seated. So you have both standing and seated. So this one means that the P1, you can either be seated or standing, same for P2. So that's how this one's broken down. I've never been to the Novo. And let me switch back over, but yeah, that is pretty much the setup for this. So sorry I couldn't see what you guys were saying, but now I can. You wish you can go to because the tickets are so cheap. Yes, the tickets are super cheap, which is part of the reason why I'm going to try to go. And I'm willing to travel a little bit because I can find a pretty cheap flight actually. But yeah, it is not too expensive, but the tickets go on sale next week. It is a combination of either Access or AXS, Access, whatever. Or both are terrible to deal with, but it is what it is. But I'm excited. I'm going to, like I said, I'm trying for it. I'm going to be trying for it. And I'm excited because Kai is precious. They're all precious. They're all adorable little munchkins. And I'd like to go. Since I would have to travel, it's either P1 or nothing for me though. So we'll see what ends up happening. But I'm excited. Now, if you have any questions about the TXT show, do I think seating or standing is better? So it really depends on the venue as to which I think is better. So really, really, really big venues, I think I prefer... Okay, I'm a little bit partial towards standing seats, but it can be rough. So if you're not able to get there early and it is a big venue, you're probably better off. If you can't get there early and it is a small venue, as long as you don't mind being in the back, you're fine. Personally, I like to get up close, and with a big venue, you can usually still manage to get pretty close even if you're not there super early, as long as you're not like at the very, very back. You can still usually find a pretty good spot and get decently close. So personally, I'm a standing person, but if you don't like waiting in lines, you don't want to be out there waiting all the time, go seated. Seated are still going to be good spots, and you're guaranteed your seat. You don't have to get there super early. So yeah, I'm personally a GA person. I like GA. I like the rush. I like being crammed in, usually. I enjoy getting up as close as I possibly can to the stage. so I'm partial to GA. But I also extremely see the appeal to seated, and if I was in a position where I couldn't get there early enough to get a good spot, I probably would prefer being seated than standing. I recently stood for hours when I went to go see Icon, and that was painful. It's physically painful for me because I have a bad back, and standing for long periods of time puts me in serious pain, so I end up sitting down a lot. So, not doing a show, obviously, but it's a lot of pain that I end up having to push through. So, do y'all have any other questions about TXT or ticketing or anything like that related to their upcoming show? I'm excited about this showcase. It's gonna be fun. I'm really surprised that it happened. It kind of came out of nowhere, but I'm kind of glad that it also did happen. So maybe not it being May when it happened, but you take what you take. So yeah, so then I guess we'll kind of move. And if you have anything to ask about TXT or ticketing or any of that stuff, then yeah, just go ahead and feel free to ask me at any point in time. But I guess it's time for me to talk a little bit about Persona. So showcase means like a fan meeting as well. So a showcase generally means, so with a showcase, it tends to happen when you don't have too many songs to perform. You can't go out there and perform a full concert or anything. So a showcase is very similar to a fan meeting. They're going to be showing off their music, but they're also going to be talking and playing. So it will be very similar to a fan meeting, but I believe that they're technically classed a little bit different in that a fan meeting is really meant to like re-engage with the fans, whereas this time it's a showcase tour because it's their first time getting out there. They're not going out and like engaging with people again. It's their first time, so that's why it's just a showcase. That's the way I always think of it that way. So it's going to be very similar, pretty much like a fan meeting. It's just technically they haven't amassed that, so it's just a showcase. So, but yes, as for BTS, we got 7 tracks. Technically, we got 1 already with Persona. We'd already listened to it, but Map of the Soul Persona is out officially, and the title track, Boy With Love. I'm digging Boy With Love. The first time I listened to Boy With Love was watching the MV this morning at 4 in the morning. And when I first listened to it, it took me about a good 20 seconds before I was just like, oh, actually I kind of like this. At first I was just like, I don't know how I like this. But then it kind of had this switch. And I decided very quickly that I do like the song. But yeah, there's total 7 tracks. So we have Persona, followed by Boy With Love, then Microcosmos, then Make It Right, then Home, then Jamais Vu, and finally finish it off with Dionysus. And I dig this album. So I decided to like spur of the moment and run a giveaway yesterday. So I'm not going to say what is my favorite track, but I will say which are my top tracks, my favorites, and I'll just do it in the order that they appear in the album. So my favorites in the album so far are going to be Persona, Make It Right, Home, and Dionysus. Those are my top 4 right now. Yes, that is half the album. The truth is, I love all the tracks. There's not a single track on there that I don't really like. For a second, I thought I didn't like Microcosmos, but then I listened to it again and I liked it. So I think I'm kind of up and down on Microcosmos. It's definitely not my favorite track, but I do like it. So it's one of those albums where I like all the tracks. But yeah, I'm really digging this album. So let's talk about, I guess let's break down a little bit what I like about the different tracks. And you guys chime in and tell me what you guys like about the tracks, what tracks you love. But I guess we'll start with Persona because it's the first track. And I love Persona. The old school vibe that it has is just the coolest. And I am a June stan, in case you didn't know. June is my alt. And I just really like this track. The whole vibe to it, his delivery is just fantastic. And Persona is just such a fun song to listen to. Like, I hear it come on and I'm just in a good mood. Just that quickly. Then the next track is Boy With Love. And like I mentioned before, Boy With Love is fantastic. I didn't mention, however, how I enjoy Halsey's voice on there. Halsey is fantastic. And you can't hear it as much with the MV. You hear her harmonizing more. But you don't get as much of her actual track. But listen to the actual like audio on Spotify or Apple Music. How amazing it's going to sound live. Yes, these tracks are going to sound brilliant live. I'm very excited. Very, very excited for the upcoming concert, or like very. But so when we talk about the fact that Halsey sounds amazing and you have to really listen to the actual track. Like, you have to listen to the Apple Music or Spotify one because otherwise you're not going to hear her voice. You're not her biggest fan. Like, I know some people don't like Halsey. Like, I'm not like an active fan of Halsey, but I do listen to her on occasion and I like her. And she seems like she's a pretty chill person. So I don't know too much about her though. I've never really dug into her. But yeah, Halsey's voice mixes really well with the guys, and on her actual, when you're actually listening to the Spotify or Apple Music ones, you can really hear her voice well. And I think it's absolutely precious and really sweet that not only did she show up and like dance in the video too, like learned moves to like dance along with them, but she also sang in Korean. Like, they actually let her sing in Korean. But what? So she does actually sing in Korean. She really does. So if you listen to the chorus, which you can hear it, if you go through and you listen to the MV, you can hear it because in the MV you get a higher dosage of Jimin's vocals in that section. But you can hear, so like there's English bits, but then there are actually Korean bits in there as well. And she is singing the Korean. So I was just like, oh, go Halsey. Go Halsey. You sang that Korean. You did that. You practiced. And it was really cute. The fact that she didn't just stick with English, but she went and was just like, I'm going to sing in Korean. And it's like one of those things where I actually really like it because you can tell that Halsey genuinely likes them. And she enjoys working with them, and she thinks that they're actually good people. Like, you can tell that this isn't just like this is a nice symbiotic relation for them, but that she genuinely seems to like them, which is nice and refreshing to see when it does happen. And this is one of those cases, I feel like. So, okay, next track. Microcosmos. So like I said, I wasn't sure if I really liked Microcosmos. Microcosmos is like this song that starts out and it sounds like it's going to be like a ballad, but it's not a ballad. It's kind of like a mid-tempo song. And it's got some interesting things going on with it. Like, it's a group song, but I feel like almost it could have been a vocal line song, except for like, obviously it's not. But it was really interesting to see how they did it. Like I said, it's one of those songs that's going to probably grow on me over time. But yeah. Make It Right. Okay. So Make It Right is my jam. Make It Right is the track that Ed Sheeran wrote. And Arm wrote lyrics for it as well. And I really, as soon as Make It Right came on, I was just like, I can hear the Ed Sheeran that came from this, and I kind of love it. I love Ed Sheeran. So the fact that Make It Right is just so good, like, it was one of Like I mentioned, it's one of my top songs. I love it. It's so good. It's very Ed Sheeran, but it's also still very BTS. And that mixture, the fact that it worked so well was like really, really cool. And I'm just really proud and really happy with the way that song came out. And I'm kind of a little bit sad that it doesn't seem to be getting as much shine as I would hope that it would, because that's a really well done track and it's really great. So Make It Right is a fantastic song. Like, it's a great song. Okay, so Make It Right, and then Home. Home is the next track. So Home has been declared as Yoongi's favorite track on the album. Home is another one of the songs where like the second it started, I was just like, okay, this is the kind of song that works for me. This is one of those songs that hits my personal sensibilities. So Home is one of those tracks that I really, really, really love. And I'm really interested in seeing like how it grows on me or doesn't grow on me over time. Obviously I can't say that right now, but I'm really enjoying it right now. What is next? Jamais Vu. So Jamais Vu is a unit track. So the fact that we have a unit track this time around, I'm assuming that we'll get another unit track on the next album with a different group. But this time around it was Jin, Hobi, and Jungkook. So this is a unit track that's really, really cool. It didn't make it into my top because those other 4 tracks are just kind of just like, whoa. But I do really like Jamais Vu quite a bit. It's this kind of chill song, and it's just kind of just this mellow, and I mean, I kind of get that from the title Jamais Vu. I thought that, but it's just chill. It's chill, and Hobi is great on it. Jin is fantastic, and Jungkook's voice is wonderful, like always. And it's a really fun track to listen to. So. And then finally, last track to talk about, to drill down a little bit on, is Dionysus. Dionysus. The beat on Dionysus. Let me tell you, that beat goes in from the second that the song started. It was one of those songs where I was just like instantly just like, okay, so Dionysus is going to be going in like that. It's that kind of song. And I was ready for it. The fact that the song is just like this song where they're pretty much just like, F it, let's just drink, let's have fun. Like, this is what it is. 1 shot, 2 shot. Like, okay, Dionysus. Okay, Dionysus. And I really enjoyed it. But Dionysus did this thing where, so it has this guitar throughout, it has the drums throughout, but it has still a hip-hop vibe to it for the most part, with the underlying rock elements in it. So the underlying rock elements are there the entire song, but it still has kind of more of a hip-hop vibe for about 3/4 of the song. And then there's this switch, and it's just like, let's get it. And then it does this switch where it goes from this still kind of hip-hop song with these rock elements to being this, it goes into a straight out like rock song. And it's that switch. It still throws me off so much. Dionysus is still, like I said, one of my favorite songs, but it throws me in that last 3/4 that I feel like I want it to be, it just kind of, there's a switch, and I'm still not sure how I feel about it yet. But I do really, really, really love this track because of just what it's capable of doing. The fact that it's able to make that kind of switch. And yes, the live performance for this song is going to be ridiculous. And I'm almost glad that everything is seated, just because if this song came on, I feel like people would get hurt. People already get hurt. But I feel like this song would have triggered it even more. And they're just like, nah, we're not going to have that because we're going to have a problem otherwise. But yeah, Dionysus goes hard. It goes hard from beginning to end, nonstop. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I'll keep talking about the album. I love the album. Overall, the album is fantastic. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and open up this album. So this is, like I mentioned before, this is a version 2. So I did run a group order, and most of the people that ordered single albums wanted number 2. And unfortunately, since I was running from Big Hit Shop, I couldn't get it. But, well, not that I couldn't get it, but I couldn't specify the number that I was going to need of each, and I wasn't able to get enough. So what I did was, because I was going to get another album anyway, I purchased another number 2. So I did purchase a second number 2 that that this number 2 I will now have the exact number of number 2s that I need. And then there were some people that didn't specify which version that they wanted, or they didn't specify after everything was released. Then they will still just get whatever was left for listing. But I will have, for at least those who specifically went out of their way, who either ordered after everything was released or specifically asked for it, they will get the number 2 version. But yeah, personally, number 2, I don't believe was my favorite version that I was from looking at it. I think number 4 was my favorite, which I think I'm going to end up having an extra of because not as many people requested it. So that works out perfectly for me. I'll be able to get 3 photo cards for that one. So, but of this guy, I'm going to go ahead and just, let's open this up. I took off the wrapping, and so everything is falling out. So it doesn't have a slip cover this time, as you can see. It's just kind of an open book. The outside of the book is actually kind of like a papery book. And here's the album. And then right here is the poster. So I'm going to open up the poster real quick. So when you buy, I bought this from Target. And so when you buy from Target, the posters come already pre-folded. So this is, like I said, this is the version 2. So poster for this one, which is a nice, it is a very nice version, but it just wasn't my favorite one out of all of them. I really liked number 4. It works out. So here is, like I said, the album. This is the front cover. Opens up, and then here's the photo book. It is attached. So I'm going to go ahead, and there's stuff that is, as you can see, falling out. So I'm going to pull that stuff out real quick. So I'm going to pull everything out from inside so you guys can see. I'm not going to pull out the little BTS card though. Okay, so all of this stuff comes out. So as you guys may or may not know, but I have a Hobie curse. It's a good curse because I collect Hobie. But this is part of the reason why I started collecting him, is because I always pull him. And I did pull Hobie for the little postcard. Is it not magnetic at the ends? I'm going to check it, but it doesn't feel like it is. I'll check it closer in a second once I put these down. And then here's the back. Oh, look, he has the Remedy, which is from Jamais Vu. See, Remedy. But that's really cute. But yes, I have a Hobie curse, and this is proving it still. So every album also has a film strip. So here's the film strip for this guy. So essentially you get an extra 4 photos of the guys. So we do have another notes. We are in a new focus. There we go. The notes. So we are in a new era of the notes. So we have new notes, which I imagine that after this era, we'll get another book like we did last time. So then it has a regular guide page, and then the photo card, which for this one is Jungkook. So I know that the photo cards are per version. I'm not sure about the postcards. So the photo cards are per version. I'm not sure if the postcards are also per version or if they're all the same. So we'll see. So looking at this also, when I was looking at this, I noticed that the album actually slides out. So this is just a sleeve here. So the photo book actually slides out and you have just this kind of thing. And it is not magnetic at all. So yeah, but here you have the photo book. So you don't have to leave it in the cardboard container. You can take the photo book out and just look at the photo book that way. Let me show you. So here's a really nice Hobie picture that I opened right up to. Ooh, look at him. But some Tay. But these are some really nice photos. There's only one set of postcards. Okay, so that is good to know. I knew for a fact that the photo cards were per version, but I couldn't remember about the postcards. But this is a nice photo book, and it's nice that it's different from the last one. Having this different kind of jacket sleeve is kind of cool. Oh wait, guys, sorry. I have to show you this because, as I mentioned, I'm a Genie stan, and look at him. He's so pretty. Okay, but yeah, so this is the album. It's looking at this. We've got a fair amount of photos in here. It's not a crazy long book. Fair amount of photos though. This entire side is all main photos. And then this end is kind of like the lyrics pages and all that from this on. Pages, photos, writing. So yeah, those are really everything that's in here. I'm going to go ahead and slide, because see, it's like a thing here. And you just kind of just slide it back in. But yes, this is Persona. I'm digging it. I'm loving it. And yeah, these are the film strips. These film strips are so cute. I don't know how I'm going to store them, but they're so cute. Like, they're really cute. So the album's from... No, this did not come... So I literally just opened that in front of you. So this is all that came with it. That was it. And I bought that at Target probably about 2 hours ago. So, but yeah, it did not have anything. I did for the Go. I ordered directly from Big Hit. So the pre-order gift that comes from Big Hit will be with those albums. So everybody in the Go, don't worry, you're going to get the Big Hit pre-order gift. Don't worry about this. Like I said, this is just an extra album. So this is, like I said, personally, I ordered 2 sets for myself and then purchased this extra copy. This copy is going to go into the pool for the version 2s. And then the extra one of the version, I think version 4, I'm going to keep the extra version 4, which will probably be used for like a giveaway at some point. So there's still going to be enough pre-order items for everybody. So that's not going to be an issue. Yes, there are, I believe the pre-order gifts, they are associated with the version. So that is going to be, and again, that's not going to be a real issue because, like I said, I ordered 2 sets. So there's still going to be enough. But yeah, I mean, unless they jip me, which has happened before. But there's no limited card this time. There's no random cards that I'm going to have to give out. So that's not a worry. But yeah, I'm digging the album. This is actually really pretty. It's interesting slipcase cover. The only thing that I don't like about this, and I do like that it says very clearly, let me see if you can see it better. But see, that's how it says version Oh my goodness. It went into focus and then it went out of focus. Okay, so the version 2, that's how it indicates the different version, because all the albums are pink and they don't have any letters along the side. They're not named. They're just 1, 2, 3, 4. So, but yeah, how are you guys going? How's everything for you? I'm probably going to go in a few minutes because my food is supposed to be here, which somehow still wasn't delivered yet. But yeah, it's coming and I need to go eat. So, but yeah, I will see you guys next time. I actually have some videos that are going to be coming up. And yeah, I filmed like 3 videos just before I did this live. So we woke up around 4 a.m. I also woke up at 4 a.m. like minutes before the comeback. So like 3:55. And I listened to the whole album. Well, I watched the MV and then I listened to the whole album. And then I went back to sleep. But getting up when you've only slept for like 2 hours and you previously had only slept for 2 hours before that, it's a rough day. I only really got like 4.5 hours of sleep. So that wasn't very fun. But hey, that's what happens on comeback days. So, but yeah, I am going to head out of here now. I will be doing another live. So guys, come back when I do the actual unboxing of the albums. I will be doing a live unboxing of that. I'm not sure when exactly I'm going to get them. Probably sometime late next week. Because since the album is released on a Friday, that means they usually don't ship until early the next week. So it's probably not going to ship out until Monday or Tuesday. Last time they didn't ship out until the Tuesday after, so I didn't get them until like the Friday after. So that's probably what's going to happen this time around as well. Although I did order from Big Hit Shop, but the last thing I ordered from Big Hit Shop actually shipped day of. So we'll see. I mean, obviously it couldn't ship day of this time around, but it might ship out Monday, aka Sunday our time. So, but I'll let you know. Keep an eye out on Twitter. I'll post it there. I'll try to also post a note on the actual YouTube channel the day that I'm gonna do it. So, yep, I'm going to head out now. I need food, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.